My second last video tanked, not getting many views. I learned that I don't have to do everyone's request. If you made a request or are thinking about making a request for an ASMR video, thank you. But I won't do all the requests. A guy had commented on one of my videos saying every video I put out is of me either gum chewing or eating. He wanted an ASMR video where I didn't eat anything or chew gum. One of my subscribers had responded to his comment saying that if he wanted a video where I didn't talk, then he should watch a video from any one of the many YouTubers who make ASMR videos that don't have gum chewing or eating in them. He said that he watches my videos because they include eating or gum chewing. I should have took that as a clue that my subscribers like eating and gum chewing and just double down on those videos, making more of them. Excuse me. I made an ASMR video that had no talking. I'm sorry, it had talking, but it didn't have eating or gum chewing in it, and it bombed, getting little views. I think people were turned off by the title, as it doesn't include eating. And people like to watch videos where I'm gum chewing or eating something, as they like the sounds. Let me just see. So I'm thinking that I shouldn't always follow people's suggestions, as some of the suggestions won't produce videos that perform well. I am running a business here, and I am trying to make money. But you could also look at it another way. Why not satisfy the majority of your subscribers? If gum chewing and eating videos satisfy a lot of my subscribers, then why not focus on those videos? I'm eating a kale salad, by the way. I think it was with sweet kale dressing or something like that. It's like a cream dressing. I'll show you up here. Join next to the camera. It's quite tasty. It was one of those dressing. You buy this in a package, and the kale is already chopped up, and there's dressing in the package, and you add the dressing to the kale. But I could be wrong about why that video didn't perform well. Maybe it's because I didn't use my Blue Yeti microphone in that video. I was using my phone to shoot the video, using my phone's built-in microphone. So I'm thinking that maybe the phone's microphone didn't pick up the sounds as well as my Blue Yeti microphone does. I'm using the Blue Yeti microphone. It's right here, as you can see. But I'm not sure. Maybe it was the quality of the audio that was the problem. I thought I was looking at the camera more in the other video than what I usually do. So I thought that would help, but it didn't help that much, I guess. Sorry, what I said last video, I think it was actually 2 videos ago, not the last video. Sorry. Okay, this salad is officially delicious. It's so good. I'm not sure if I should get a laptop that lets me edit ASMR videos in Thailand, or if I should just get a laptop that I can surf the web with. I'm thinking about going on vacation in Thailand. I do like to use a laptop in my downtime when I'm on vacation. The Apple MacBook Air 15-inch screen is a laptop that is coming out soon. The MacBook Air is light, hence the name Air in MacBook Air. And from what I've read, it doesn't hurt your wrist when you're using it as it's very thin. I wouldn't mind getting an Apple MacBook Pro as they're available now, but I heard that they hurt your wrists as the base is so thick, and I guess you have to bend your wrist a lot to use it, if that makes sense. I could just use a MacBook Pro on a stand, but I'm not sure if I would always want it on a stand. A benefit to the stand is you don't have to bend your neck as much looking down at the screen, as the screen is higher. So your jaw muscles by your neck get less sore using the computer. Another benefit to a stand is that it wouldn't hurt your wrists. But the MacBook Air 15-inch would be less powerful than the MacBook Pro. But I don't know if I need a super powerful computer. The MacBook Air might be powerful enough for me. And of course, since it's less powerful, the MacBook Air is less expensive than a MacBook Pro. I'm not sure how much the 15-inch MacBook Air will cost, as it hasn't been released yet. But the thing is, I don't know if I want to wait until the computer is released to go on my vacation. If I got a video editing software, it should be Final Cut Pro, and it only works on Apple computers, I believe. Final Cut Pro is the program I use right now to edit my videos, but I don't have a laptop. I have an iMac that's too big to carry on a plane with me. I think it would be too difficult to ship. At work, we lost another 2 staff members. Actually, 3 staff members we lost, but we gained another one. I'm so glad that spring break is over. I was so busy at work over spring break. There were some very tough days. There were so many guests phoning us, coming to the front desk to rent skis, people checking in, people checking out, and more. A week or 2 ago, I saw the northern lights. It was beautiful. I saw them while standing next to my apartment building. I tried to get pictures, but the pictures didn't turn out very well on my phone. I saw a deer in my parents' backyard. There are a lot of deers around where I live right now. I live in a rural community. I'm getting the courage to go out more. There was a musician playing at the resort that I work at. I was going to stay home like I did last time, because I was too shy to go and see the musician. But instead of staying home, I told myself that if I go and I feel unsuccessful because I'm there by myself, because people might think I have no friends, or if I get shy, at least I could at least enjoy a meal at the restaurant. This worked. I did end up going to see the musician, and the bar was pretty good. I enjoyed his music. To eat, I got a bison burger, 2 beers, and a cheesecake slice. The bison burger was a little bit irony tasting. It's funny because I had a bison burger not long ago and I didn't taste iron, but this time, I did. And so I think I'll just order a regular beef burger next time if I'm going to order a burger. At work, we didn't get paid on payday. We got paid late. We were supposed to get paid on April 7th, but apparently at the bank we exceeded the limit for payroll deposits. So they had to fix that at the bank. I think we got paid like on yesterday, which was the 10th, I believe, of April. It was annoying, but I had enough money in my savings account to get by. I think some people were more annoyed than I was. Now I'll tell you what I did after high school. Immediately after high school, I worked 2 jobs. I worked at a grocery store and I worked at a restaurant. I saved money and I ran into a friend from high school, and she said she was going to a university that was about an hour drive away. I thought it would be a good idea to go to university as well, so I enrolled. I was taking some courses that I thought would be interesting, trying to figure out what to major in. But instead of studying hard like I should have done, I started partying and slacking off. I was in residence at university, and there were many parties there. One semester in that university. The next year I went to Costa Rica. After Costa Rica, I moved into my cousin's place in a bigger city. But yeah, I'll tell you about that in a second. For right now, I'll tell you that in Costa Rica, I volunteered at a sea turtle encampment in Costa Rica. Me and other volunteers stayed in a rugged shelter with no air conditioning, and it was always hot. At night, a volunteer that we were staying with would come and wake you up, and it would be your turn to take a walk down the beach looking for turtle tracks. Turtle tracks led to nests, as the turtles would lay their eggs in the sand on the beach. We would be using a red light, as the turtles are less irritated by red light. If we found a nest, we would dig it up, putting the eggs in a bucket. Then we would go to the hatchery, which is a fenced off area, and bury the eggs in the sand. The sea turtles were endangered, and the hatchery would keep them safe from predators that would eat the eggs. Also, I think humans would dig up the eggs, but I'm not totally sure on that. For fun, we would swim in the ocean. I love body surfing. If you're start swimming like hell, as fast as you could, or nearly as fast as you could. Then the wave would pick you up, and you would keep kicking, and you would travel forwards with the wave. At another volunteer camp I stayed at, a kid was body surfing and he landed on his neck and had to go to the hospital. In my spare time, I also created cartoons, like the funny cartoons that you would find in a newspaper. I was planning on becoming a cartoonist, but I gave that up. In Costa Rica, I volunteered at Arenal National Park. The park was jam-packed with animals. There were monkeys everywhere. My job was to take out the trash. Surveying people, asking guests where they're from, and sweeping a concrete pad where the picnic tables were. Stuff like that. The job wasn't exciting, but in the ocean there were phosphorescent creatures that lit up the water in bright colors at night when we were swimming. So that was pretty cool. Now I gotta find out where I left off. 1 second. So after Costa Rica, I moved into my cousin's place in a bigger city. I took up long distance running. It was really cool. It got me quite lean and I enjoyed running. I would actually run outside in the winter, and where I live in Canada, it gets very cold in the winter. It's doable if you have the right gear. Like, you should have a fairly tight moisture wicking base layer. Then you should have a warm insulating layer on top. And on top of that, you should have a layer that is windproof to break the cold wind. Excuse me. The more layers you have, the warmer you will be. I ran a half marathon in the winter. It was a competition where a whole bunch of people ran. My hands were getting cold because I did something dumb and was wearing only these little gloves that weren't very warm. My cousin happened to be checking up on me during my run, and she lent me her mitts, so my hands were fine after that. I was running behind a guy. I remember there was lunch after the race. The guy said to me, "Weren't you the guy who was running behind me, making that loud clopping sound with your shoes, hitting the pavement like really loud?" And he said, and it was me. And he said, "Oh God, it was terrible. I tried to get away from you, but you sped up." And yeah, I used to make a lot of noise when I ran, I guess. So I spent about 4 months in Mexico City. I was studying Spanish at UNAM University. I remember laughing a lot more than usual. I think it's because I was carefree at the time. I was hanging out at the university when a Mexican guy about 27 years old came up to me and started a conversation with me. We became friends, and soon after meeting him, he told me that he wanted me to introduce him to a white girl. I don't think I ever did. Actually, I don't think there were any white girls in my class. Please don't ask me to speak Spanish, because I know very little Spanish. I was doing okay in my classes, but I only took 2 levels of Spanish. I went to a small beach town called Zipolite in Mexico. There was a nude beach, but I never walked down the nude beach. I regret that now. I stayed at a little hotel that was super cheap with this Polish guy that I was traveling with. We bought some weed. I love getting high and walking down the beach. It was nice. In Mexico, I went to this area where the monarch butterflies migrate to in Mexico. We hiked up a hill, me and this friend I made, and then sat down for a while and saw thousands of butterflies flying around. It was beautiful. I worked at a ski resort in Canada for 1 winter. I got a free ski pass for the season. I was a line cook in a cafeteria at the resort. I wasn't the best cook, to be honest. When it got super busy, I couldn't always keep up with the orders. I love skiing. I worked at a couple call centers. I worked with Sephora, the makeup store. I was helping customers who were using the online store and had problems with using the online store. I also worked at a call center where I called people and tried to get them to agree to be called by a salesperson who would help them enroll in a university or college. In the summertime or times that I wouldn't be off on some adventure, I would work in a restaurant in my hometown to save money, and I would live with my parents, again to save money. things after high school is that I lived with my parents for a long time. In Canada, people who do that are seen as unsuccessful people. So you have that putting stress onto you. And of course, like I mentioned in another video, I worked in China for a couple years as an English teacher. I also studied media production for one semester before I dropped out. I was learning how to be radio talent, how to be a camera operator, how to use a sound recording studio, and so on. I was struggling with the communications part of it. I had a nervous laughing attack where I couldn't stop laughing when I was on radio, and I was laughing about nothing. And then on the live news, I forgot to wear my glasses, so I couldn't read the teleprompter. It was so awkward. I did end up getting a degree. I did a 3-year Bachelor of Physical and Health Education at a university in a city in Canada. Excuse me. Didn't study hard enough. I partied in nightclubs with my friends that I made in residence. I had a great time. In terms of girlfriends, I've had about 4 girlfriends. Not at the same time, of course. The longest relationship I was in was about 4 months long. When I didn't have girlfriends, I would sometimes have friends with benefits, or I would go to a bar and just have like a casual thing for one night.